Fala galera do canal, me chamo Juliano. No vídeo de hoje veremos esse embate entre Alexandre de Moraes, Elon Musk, STF, X, que é o antigo Twitter. Essa confusão toda tá reverberando lá fora e eu resolvi trazer um vídeo sobre isso. Então já deixe seu like, inscreva-se no nosso canal para ajudar na divulgação e valeu!
For the weekend, things heated up in the stand down between Elon Musk and Brazil. So, bit of a story here. One of their Supreme Court justices had ordered that some X accounts, Twitter accounts, were blocked. And Elon Musk, being a defender of free speech, as he is very much an absolutist, was basically like, no, thank you very much. I'm going to unblock these. That's what he said on Saturday. He said it was unconstitutional that Brazil had done this and he was going to let these accounts loose. He even called upon the Supreme Court Justice de Moraes to resign. Here's, what's the word? What do you guys do for a living again?
Talk? I don't know.
Journalist Michael Schellenberger telling us more about this from Brazil. He went there to be on the ground.
3 days ago, I arrived in Brazil and published the Twitter files for Brazil. They show that de Moraes has violated the Brazilian constitution in multiple ways. He illegally demanded that Twitter reveal private information about Twitter users who used hashtags that he considered inappropriate. He demanded access to Twitter's internal data, violating the platform's policy. He censored on his own initiative, without any respect for due process, posts on Twitter by parliamentarians from the Brazilian Congress. And Morais tried to turn Twitter's content moderation policies into a weapon against supporters of then-President Jair Bolsonaro.
So the case is raging on. Brazil threatened Elon Musk with arresting his staff, ousting him from the office, the ex-office there in Brazil, and we still, as yet, do not have a resolution. Elon Musk keeps tweeting about it, just being like, de Moraes, why are you doing this? What are you doing, buddy? And recently shared this to his platform, Twitter. He says, X Corp has been forced by court decisions to block certain popular accounts in Brazil. We have informed those accounts that we have taken this action. We do not know the reasons these blocking orders have been issued. We do not know which posts are alleged to violate the law. We are prohibited from saying which court or judge issued the order or on what grounds. We are prohibited from saying which accounts are impacted. We are threatened with daily fines if we fail to comply. And of course, finishes with yet another promise to stand up for freedom of speech. So here we have Brazil, sounding a lot like our e-safety commissioner, threatening Elon Musk and his platform with fines and other punishments. And he's simply saying, line in the sand, I am happy to go to court as many times as you guys drag me and stand up for freedom of speech literally across the world at this point.
The outrageous thing about this is not only, I mean, you've just talked about it, but not only are they saying you've got to block these accounts, but you're not allowed to tell the public which accounts are being blocked, and you're not allowed to give any reasons for it. I mean, can you get more totalitarian than that?
That's exactly what it is. It's totalitarianism. And, what is happening in Brazil is arguably worse than what's happened with the e-safety commissioner, because the e-safety commissioner is like a quasi-governmental organisation. This is the judiciary doing it. Yeah. Now, that's not to say that that could never happen here or anywhere else. It could always
matter of time.
It could always happen anywhere, and it's the same as controlling the media. Social media is another form of media, except that this involves not people who are paid to be here like us. It involves people who do it, for free because it's a place to share and gather and talk about information. When the government starts dictating what can and cannot be said, you have no free speech. And when you have no free speech, you have no other rights. Free speech is the most sacrosanct of all rights, because without that, you cannot defend any other right. If the judiciary or the government or a quasi-government organisation or the communications ministry wants to come up with a misinformation, disinformation bill, wants to tell you as a social media user, or us as a news organisation, or Channel 9 or Channel 7 or the Sydney Morning Herald or anyone else what they can and cannot say, you are stepping in and stopping people from having the most basic right of all.
All right, let's now take a look at the developments that are coming in from the world of technology now. X, formerly known as Twitter, it's revealed that they've been forced by court decisions to block certain popular accounts in Brazil.
According to reports, the court has prohibited the social media platform from making public any details related to the order. Meanwhile, ex-owner Elon Musk said he will lift the restrictions even if it leads to the closure of the social media platform in the country.
Musk said that he will be legally challenging the court order. The social media company says it is unaware why the blocking orders have been issued, adding that it is threatened with daily fines if it fails to comply.
Então, o primeiro vídeo bate bastante Alexandre de Moraes, já o segundo ele só apresenta a matéria em si. Eu tentei trazer uma terceira matéria que ficasse mais ao lado de Alexandre de Moraes, porém eu não achei, já que é um assunto bastante recente, e os que eu achei foram esses dois, mas existem bastante matérias escritas que estão sim ao lado do Alexandre de Moraes lá de fora, mesmo que não pareça, tá um assunto assim bastante dividido em diferentes pontos de vista. Alguns falam que realmente o X precisa ser regulamentado, outros dizem que não, que é questão de liberdade de expressão. Eu mesmo nunca gostei muito do Twitter, eu nunca fui um usuário de Twitter, até tentei usar algumas vezes, mas eu nunca gostei, nunca consegui me adequar ao Twitter em si, que agora é o X. Mas eu acho essa saída de proibição do X aqui no Brasil um pouco estranha, pelo menos eu penso assim. Eu não acho que seja a melhor saída simplesmente proibir, até porque, se olharmos bem, terão argumentos para proibir várias outras mídias sociais, como o YouTube, Instagram, até porque existem fake news sendo espalhadas por todas essas redes sociais. Então eu acho que proibir não seria muito bem o melhor método a se seguir no momento. Mas esse é meu ponto de vista. Se você discorda, fique livre aqui para comentar o que você bem entender, para me chamar do que você bem entender também, até porque o canal aqui é livre, diferentes pontos de vista são sempre bem-vindos. Deixe seu like, inscreva-se no nosso canal para ajudar na divulgação e valeu!